Hey folks, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about picking out your first fishing rod. And you know, there's different rods and they all have different applications, and some work better for some things than others. But all around, if I was starting out and I was looking for a good fishing rod, and especially if I was going to do a little jigging for walleyes, my first choice would be to get something similar to this. This is a spinning rod. You can see the pretty big eyes here. It's set up with a spinning reel. And why I would pick this is because it's probably the most versatile thing that exists out there. You literally can do anything with this. You can fish any species. You can fish jigs. You can fish crankbaits. You can actually troll with bottom bouncers and rigs. Literally, you could fish any way. You could set up a slip bobber setup on here. You could do anything you want and be pretty effective at what it is. And the open face spinner reels like this really give you a lot of options and work really, really well. This particular rod is one of my favorite rods for jigging for walleyes. This is a Swate Brigade spinning reel. This is a 6-foot 3-inch medium power extra fast action, which the action is basically how much how the rod reacts to pressure. You can see how that tip kind of goes and bends pretty quick there, but it's super sensitive. If you're getting into jig fishing for walleyes and you want something all around that you can use for everything, that's why I use this kind of setup with this kind of rod. It's got a good rod blank. It's got the great action. It's very sensitive. It's fairly light. It's got a great handle. And a great reel. This is a Brigade Black Label 1000 series spinning reel, spooled up with 6-pound fire line here. I put some backing on there. I put the 10-pound XT monofilament backing and then filled this with 125 yards up to about the capacity of that spool. But it makes for a perfect setup, and it's going to give you a super sensitive rod, and again, you can do just about anything you want with that rod. So that would be my number one choice, would be something like this. Every rod that I put in my boat, and I've got a big lung that's got about 15 rod tubes in there, but I actually stick about 30 rods in my rod compartment because I use these stick jackets here. They're kind of a nylon sheath, but they go over the rods like this so that it protects the rods, and it also keeps things from being tangled up all the time, so it makes it really easy. And a couple of things I really like about these is, number one, you stick them on the rods. Besides protecting the rods and tangle free, it makes it also easy because they make different colors. You can see the red and the yellow and blue and green and black, and there's a variety of colors. And they also make different ones, like this is for a spinning rod and reel. This here is for a casting rod and reel, so it's not quite as big of a sleeve here. They're definitely worth the investment for what they accomplish. And typically what I do in my boat is I'll put, you know, there's an orange one. I'll put my trolling rods, all 4 of them or 5 of them, whatever I've got that are the same setups. I'll use one color of the sock, so when I glance into the rod locker, I can actually see just from the color and grab the rod I want. If you got any questions or need any further information, just stop by any of the North 40 Outfitter stores or check the website at north40.com. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again. Thanks.